Alright everyone, in this video I'll solve some questions on quadratic equations. We'll use the questions to explain the concept that are involved. X equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by what? 2a. Okay, so there is what we call the discriminant of a quadratic equation, d, and the discriminant is equal to b squared minus 4ac. That is what is inside the square root. So I can write this almighty formula as minus b plus or minus the square root of d all divided by 2a. Now, if the discriminant of a quadratic equation is less than 0, it means that the equation has complex roots. If the discriminant is greater than 0, then the equation has real and distinct roots. That is, the roots are real numbers and they are different or distinct. What if the discriminant is equal to 0? It means that both roots are equal. They are equal roots. To find the values of a for which this equation has equal roots. Now, for a quadratic equation that has equal roots, it means that the discriminant is equal to what? 0. And what is the discriminant? B squared minus 4ac. So for this particular question, the roots are equal. That means we are going to set this to 0. Okay? For equal roots, b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. Now, what is a here? What is b? What is c? Now, compare this equation with this. A here is 3ac, b here is a plus 2, and c is 1. That is to say, b squared is a plus 2 all squared. A plus 2 all squared minus 4 times a, which is this, 3a plus 1 times c, and c is 1. They are equal to what? Equal to 0. So let's expand a plus 2 squared. If we expand this, we'll get a squared plus 4a plus 4. Okay? Minus 4 times 3a is minus 12a. Minus 4 times 1 is minus 4. Of course, this one is insignificant because multiply everything here by 1 is still that thing. And that's equal to 0. So let's simplify and solve the quadratic equation. A squared, 4a minus 12a is minus 8a. 4 minus 4 is 0. So we are having just a squared minus 8a equal to 0. We are going to solve this quadratic equation to obtain two values for a. Let's factorize. A can come out. A squared divided by a is a. Minus 8a divided by a is minus 8 equal to 0. And if the product of two numbers is equal to 0, two real numbers, it means that any of them is equal to 0. So from here, either this a is equal to 0 or a minus 8 is 0. So a is equal to 0 or a is equal to 8. Collecting like terms, minus 8 will cross to the other side and turn to plus 8. So, for this very equation that has equal roots, the values of a are 0 or 8. Question 2. Given that alpha and beta are the roots of the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, obtain the value of alpha cubed plus beta cubed in terms of a, b, and c. and these are the options given. So let's solve and see which of them is correct. All right. This quadratic equation that we are given is the general form of the quadratic equation. Fine. So let's go with it. If alpha and beta are the roots of a quadratic equation, take note. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b all over a. That's one. This is b and this is a. Alpha times beta is equal to c over a. Take note of this. If alpha and beta are the roots of a quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, the sum of roots alpha plus beta is this, and the product of roots alpha beta is this. So now, what is alpha cube plus beta cube? Alpha cube plus beta cube is the sum of two cubes. And so, there is an identity for the sum of two cubes. The sum of two cubes, say alpha cube plus beta cube, is this. Alpha plus beta all cubed minus 3 alpha beta times alpha plus beta. Okay? If I expand this now, I'm going to get alpha cube plus beta cube. So, this form of alpha cube plus beta cube is in terms of alpha plus beta and what? Alpha beta. What I'm going to do now is, in place of alpha plus beta, I'll write this. And in place of alpha beta, I'll use this. So, alpha cube plus beta cubed is equal to alpha plus beta is minus b over a, all cubed, minus 3 times alpha beta is this, c over a. Alpha plus beta is what? Minus b all over a. Minus b cubed is minus b cubed. A cubed is still a cubed. Take note, if you raise a negative number to a power that is odd, the negative sign will remain. Now, minus minus is a plus. 3 times c times b is 3bc. A times a is what? A squared. Okay. The question says, obtain the value of this in terms of a, b, and c. Of course, that's what we are having now. We have our expression in terms of a, b, and c. So let's simplify further. What is the LCM? It's a cubed. A cubed divided by a cubed is 1. 1 times minus b cubed minus b cubed. A cubed divided by a squared is a. A times 3bc, that's 3abc. So we can write that finally as alpha cubed plus beta cubed is equal to 3abc minus b cubed. Since this one is positive, we can write it first before the negative one. All divided by what? A cubed. And we can see this as what? Option D, 3abc minus b cubed, all divided by a cubed. Alright, this is how to solve problems like this.